Easy ways for making your setup look like this. Now there's a lot of easy and simple, not expensive ways to make it look like this, and I'm gonna show you. Number one, clean your room. This is literally what my room looks like 90% of the time, unless I'm filming a video, which is right now, but my setup's looking pretty good, and that's just because I keep it clean, because no one really sees this mayhem. They only see that. Number one, clean. It makes a huge difference. I mean, just let me show you. And you can see it looks a lot better. The floor and just the bed and everything looks so much better when it's clean. Wait a minute. What does it say? I think it says subscribe. I think that's what you guys should do right now. So go down and subscribe. Cleaning your room and your setup was number one on ways to make your setup look a lot better. And obviously it helped. But number two is cable management. Now my cable management, let's just stay away from it right now. But like, for example, take this setup with no cable management and this setup with a lot of cable management. There's a big difference, as you can tell. So yeah, cable management does a lot for a setup. Number three, RGB. Now, you want to have little hints of RGB, but you really don't want a lot of RGB in your setup. If you add too much, it really won't look good, as you can see here. But if you add just the right amount, it'll look good. The next thing is RGB signs. Now, I currently don't have any. I will be picking them up because they're on the cheaper side, because they're only like 10 bucks for an RGB sign, which is it's pretty good. But basically, I'll pop up a picture on the screen right now. You just put them on your walls and everywhere, and then they just look amazing in your setup. Now, the next thing is adding decorations, which also goes along with adding personality to your setup, but also it can just really help your setup and make it look a lot better. The next thing is get a new desk. Now, unless you're perfectly fine with your desk and you don't want it any bigger or smaller, taller, whatever, then don't get a new desk. But if you want a new desk, make the purchase, because it can make a setup look very, very good. Now, if you have a bad desk but a good setup, and a bad setup but a good desk, the desk can really help out and boost the setup's looks and make it just look all around very good. Upgrade your PC. Now, you might be wondering, why does a PC have to come in with looks of a setup? Well, as you can tell, there's RGB, fans, and everything like that in an actual PC. Now, this is more on the expensive side, because fans cost around like 40 bucks, and like just everything costs a lot of money when you're upgrading a PC, but it can make a setup look so good. Now, the next thing is invest back into your setup. What I mean by this, and this is mainly for content creators, but basically invest in a new camera, tripod, anything that can make your setup look very good on camera, because that's really what content creators care about. And by getting a new camera and tripod and lighting and all that kind of stuff, that will help it. Now, the next one is find a good wallpaper, because as you can see, it makes the setup look very good. Now, there's a software called Wallpaper Engine on Steam, and it only costs like $4, that's all you gotta do. But it makes your setup look so much better. And they're not just still pictures, they're actually lively wallpapers, as you can see, like moving. Now, I'm not sponsored or anything, but it comes with a variety of different wallpapers that you can choose from. You can search different categories up and everything that you would like to be on your screens. Now, getting a good wallpaper can make the difference between your setup a lot. Use natural light. Now, I obviously can't use natural light right now because it's currently nighttime, but during the daytime, natural light, when it's portraying onto your setup, can make it look very good, as you can see. Now, if you do those 10 things, your setup should be looking very good, depending on what you get, but it should look very good by the end. Now, if you do those 10 things, your setup would look very good. But that's all I have for this video. 10 ways to make your setup look very good. See you in the next one.